Episode 102 of Pokémon Horizons just delivered one of the most peak jaw-dropping moments of the entire show. It did things that fans have been begging for from the very beginning, things we all prayed for but never thought would actually happen, and that's left me, and everyone really, totally speechless. Or well, as speechless as I can be before yapping for the next 11 minutes. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy, and now let's dive into the episode review. The episode began with the big Dot vs Penny battle kicking off, and quite quickly Dot's Quaxwell hits Sylveon, but then becomes infatuated and unwilling to battle because of her Q-Charm ability. This duck really went from fighter to flirter in the span of 2 seconds, dude, and that allowed Penny to get the upper hand. But Tinkertuff quickly bonked some sense into her big bro, as all good sisters should, followed by Dot terastallizing him. Penny responded by terastallizing Sylveon, and man, her terastallization animation was stunning. Great job, animators. Quaxwell then flung Tinkertuff into the sky, allowing her to get momentum and hit really hard with her hammer, and then Quaxwell tanked a heavy hit, but then after a couple more attacks, Quaxwell went down to a swift, meaning Penny won the battle. Overall, it was really cool to see Penny battling, and it's super clear that she's incredibly skilled at it. Nemona even said that Penny can keep up with the top trainers in the Pokemon League, so that explains how her Pokemon beat Quaxwell so quickly. The battle was quite brief and short, but I still enjoyed it overall. Later on, the Ryzen Volt Tacklers meet up and decide they want to go and try and find some Laqua signs in Paldea, so they begin searching some ruins, but after a while, with no success, they stop for a picnic, and Dot mentions how they need more funding to pay for the Brave Olivine airship and travelling around the world. So Roy, Dot and Naruto spend the rest of the episode searching for golden coins in the ruins so they can make money, and Roy vows that he won't be tricked by a Gimmighoul again like what happened last time back in episode 57. But we'll see about that, especially because in the background, the sneaky little gremlin Gimmighoul is smirking and watching him collect his coins, like a tiny mastermind pulling all the strings. Meanwhile, Liko bumps into a girl called Karato and her Capsakid, and I'm gonna headcanon that her Capsakid is the same one that Roy bonded with earlier in the series, because I really hope that little guy found a trainer of his own. We all know Roy should have caught it. Also, this girl has peppers in her hair as an accessory. That really made me laugh. I wonder if they're plastic peppers, or whether they're real peppers and she has to swap them with fresh ones every couple days, before they get moldy. Anyway, Karato tells Liko that her Scovillain has gone missing, so Liko goes out searching. Meanwhile, Pagogo reunites with his cute little Charcadet buddy from episode 57, the same one that fans, me included, were absolutely begging the writers to let Liko catch back then. But it didn't happen back then, so let's see if they fix it now. Charcadet tells Pagogo that some of the Pokemon he's protecting in the ruins have gone missing, and then a Laqua enraged Scovillain appears, chasing Charcadet's missing friends. Liko goes to protect them, and Hatterene heals them, while Meowscarada battles Scovillain, but Meowscarada just isn't strong enough. Scovillain being powered by Laqua and being a fire type makes it too difficult, but luckily little Charcadet arrives, riding his new royal steed Pagogo. Liko realizes that he's the same Charcadet that Pagogo bonded with a year ago, and then Charcadet shows that size really isn't everything, because despite being way smaller than Scovillain, Charcadet easily absorbs Scovillain's Laqua infused attacks with his Flash Fire ability, and then he uses that power to absolutely destroy Scovillain. Pagogo then quickly transforms and absorbed all the Laqua, freeing the boss Pepper from his pain. Shortly later, Liko reunited Scovillain with his trainer Karato, and Karato confesses that she was using a strong sphere on her Scovillain before it ran away. Afterwards, Liko and Pagogo go to say goodbye to Charcadet, but Liko is thinking about how the two of them, Charcadet and Pagogo, they're such great friends that it's a shame to separate them. And at this point, I was screaming at the screen. I was like, Liko, catch Charcadet! Catch the little guy! Bring him with you! But I knew it was super unlikely, since Charcadet has his role of protecting his wild Pokemon friends here in the ruins, and obviously Liko didn't catch it earlier in the series. So then imagine my absolute shock when Charcadet is deep in thought, quickly followed by Pagogo asking him to come with them, and Charcadet's own friends telling him he should go too. Dude! Charcadet then kneels down on one knee like a true knight would, wanting to protect Liko and Pagogo forever. And I absolutely exploded watching this. Liko is so happy and she holds out a Pokeball and catches Charcadet. Finally, man! Finally! We've been waiting for this moment for so long. We all wanted Liko to catch a Charcadet way back at the beginning of the series, so she could evolve it into an Armarouge and rival a Metheo and Ceruledge. But then after she didn't catch Charcadet in episode 57, I thought the dream was dead. I think we all thought the dream was dead. Until right now, I can't put into words how crazy it is to bring back a random wild Pokemon 50 episodes later, and then make the main character catch the guy. The writers really are giving us exactly what we want, exactly what we've begged for. In the unfathomably huge positive reaction online has been such a joy to see. Everyone is so happy, but also so stunned and shocked and speechless simultaneously, and this means that Liko finally has a team of 4 now. They all look so great together, man, and I really can't wait to see how they'll all look when they're evolved too. Liko really does have the perfect magical fantasy RPG themed team. Her rogue magician Meowscarada, her witchy mage Hatterene, her knight Armarouge, her shield Pagogo, or if Charcadet had his way, Pagogo would be the royal steed, the horse. I can't wait to see Amitheo's reaction to Liko having a Charcadet. I think it'll really bring the two of them together on an even closer level, because Amitheo will see his past, his childhood, his Charcadet, through Liko and her Charcadet. I'm sure Amitheo and Ceruledge will help train him and maybe help Charcadet evolve into an Armarouge. Maybe Liko's Charcadet could even look up to Amitheo's Ceruledge, that'd be so dope. And then the idea of Liko and Amitheo and their 2 knights, Armarouge and Ceruledge, teaming up against Spinel. I could cry, man, that sounds so peak. I've seen a few people worried about Liko catching Charcadet in this episode, since we're getting closer to the end of Pokémon Horizons. Some people seem to be worried that there might not be enough time to develop a whole new unevolved Pokémon this late into the show, but I think it'll be okay personally. I think there'll definitely be enough time. After all, you've got to think, Charcadet isn't some newborn little baby weakling, you know? He's the Knight of the Ruins, the Protector of the Ruins. He's been there training and fighting for well over a year, and Charcadet single-handedly took down a Laqua enraged Pokémon in this episode. He's clearly very powerful despite being small, and that paired with maybe Amitheo helping to train it in the future too, Charcadet could easily evolve and reach great heights, even in a short time span. I'm not concerned or worried about that at all. Also, I really want to say that something I absolutely adored about this capture was that it wasn't just about a trainer and their bond with a wild Pokemon. That's how 99.99999% of every other capture has been for the whole anime. The trainer meeting a wild Pokemon, bonding with it, catching it. But this one was different, dude. This was all about Pagogo bonding with Charcadet, and then them deciding together that they want to stay together, and Liko happily agreeing and going along with it and catching Charcadet for that purpose. That is so unbelievably refreshing and unique. I love that Liko cares so deeply about her Pokemon that she's willing to catch a Pokemon that she doesn't even know that well, all because she trusts Pagogo and his friendship with Charcadet so deeply. That's beautiful, man. It really put a smile on my face. I can't wait for the shenanigans Pagogo and Charcadet will get up to in the future. Later on, when Liko reunites with the others, she finds that the Gimmighoul has tricked him all day to gather all of his coins, and then Gimmighoul smirks and laughs and does a runner with the treasure. Roy really proclaimed, "I won't be tricked by Gimmighoul again," and Gimmighoul rolled his neck, cracked his knuckles, and said, "Hold my coin." Quite literally. This entire sequence honestly made me laugh a lot, seeing Roy fall for the same trick twice, when he was so adamant on it not happening again. Gimmighoul is a menace, and I've been so vocal about wanting Roy to catch one for years. I love the idea of him with a Goldengo, but sadly it didn't happen this time. That night, the Rise and Volt Tacklers discuss everything that happened today, and they begin to theorize that the Strong Sphere could destroy the bond between a trainer and their Pokemon. Maybe that's why Scovillain ran away from his trainer. The Laqueum in the Strong Sphere pretty much erased its bond with his trainer, made it forget about it. That's really interesting stuff, and it makes Strong Spheres that much more evil. They're the antithesis to everything the Pokemon franchise stands for. I love the villainy of that, dude. Then Iono video calls Dot, inviting her to a big streamer collaboration event thingy, and Liko is absolutely bursting with joy, so excited to go there too. I love to see this fun side of her, man, it's so nice. She still clearly loves Nidothing a lot, and she knows that she can probably spread the truth about the Strong Spheres there too. Double whammy, man. And then the episode put one big final smile on my face by revealing that the Gimmighoul from earlier, dude, it snuck onto the Brave Olivine airship. I'm guessing that means either Gimmighoul will become a ship Pokemon, part of the Rise and Volt Tacklers like the many others, or that maybe Roy or Uruto could catch it in the future. I'm thrilled with any of those results, man, so I'm living for the ending of this episode. Overall, I've already spoken so much about my thoughts on the episode throughout the video already, way more than I normally do. Normally I save it all to the end, so this end segment of the video will be pretty brief. In other words, if you skipped to the end of the video to hear my thoughts, then you might have to rewind to hear all of my opinions earlier in the video. But I just want to say, this episode felt like it wanted to right some of the wrongs from earlier in Horizons. Having Liko catch Charcadet, having Gimmighoul become a recurring character. As I've said many times in the past 10 minutes, both of those things have me so incredibly excited. This was such a wonderful episode with a perfect balance of battling and humor and emotion and hype moments, and it really got me more excited for the future of Horizons than ever before. So yeah, roll on the future, dude. Let me know how you feel about this episode in the comments below. I'm sure you're all just as hyped as I am, right? And feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed my review, that'd really help me out, dude. Join our Discord server or become a channel member using the links in the description, and thank you so much to all of my current amazing channel members too, like Jay, Dowpals, Toten, Shiny Charm, Juscadia, Blazing Shots, Not Mini, Racco, Zach, Pokesan, Hope, the Duff One. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and best wishes until we meet again.